Hi there, I'm She Mama, and I live on Shawnigan Lake, BC, Vancouver Island, Canada. Um, in 2012, a toxic dump was approved to be above our community, and it was installed in 2015 and has been leaking ever since. So I blocked trucks, got injunctions, got in trouble, blah, blah, blah. And I just kept going and going and going. So while I was doing that, I also took my permaculture course so I could learn what plants could absorb what toxins. So this is my first garden that we made, and it's cattails, reeds, hardhack, comfrey, because that absorbs sodium and sulfur, and we got that from Port Moody in Vancouver. I've got willow trees in here, which are an excellent water cleaner. That's why they grow next to the water, duh. I've got poplar trees in there. I've got grasses, and the root system underneath this garden is like 4 feet deep. I also grew food in pots on the lake, hanging baskets. I put some food growing here in pots that sit in the water, so they were self-watering. I just harvested the last of my tomatoes and cucumbers. Over here I had another garden that's mainly just turned into weeds now because I'm not much of a gardener, but I do have some scarlet runners here. See, I got a little flower right there. And I've got some hot pokers here and more grasses, water irises, mint, plantain, etc. That little garden there is all filled with alder trees, which are also an incredibly good water cleaner. As you can tell, my house is like right over the water. And in that garden over there, it's kind of fallen apart, losing some of its flotation, but I'm doing my best to keep it up. It's mainly filled with cattails. Cattails are one of the best water cleaners on the planet. Once again, why they grow in the water and in ditches, because they like to eat hydrocarbons. So those are my hydrocarbon cleaners for all the gasoline that is on this lake in the summertime from the boats. Anyways, I just wanted to show you there's things that we can all do. Oh, those are my kale. They fell over in the windstorm. Oops, must stand them up. There's things that you can do in your own backyard. I also have biochar bags. You can see one right there. It's filled with charcoal and biochar, and it hangs in the lake, and it absorbs the toxins and nutrients. So as you can see, we have a milfoil infestation. So when the pit breached in 2015, it put a massive amount of nutrients into the lake, and things did not do well. So we had this massive milfoil infestation that started. So these gardens, if I were to move this, you would see that there's absolutely no milfoil underneath the garden because it can't grow in the shade. So the gardens grow and clean and filter the water, but they also shade out any of the milfoil that might be wanting to grow underneath them. So just thought I'd give you a little tour of my gardens as they're going to sleep for the winter. This was really cool. This was an alder tree I pulled out of another garden, and it's just sitting in the water, and it's doing just fine, sending out new shoots. And yeah, they don't need soil. This is quite amazing, all these plants in here, because there's hardly any soil in this. This is mostly all grasses, and I call this my chop and drop garden, so I throw everything in here that I weed out. So this is all just sitting in the water on a garden. So very cool, huh? Be the solution.